There we go.
I did not think I'd have to go that far. 6 teeth already. It never scared me. But thank God a person has 32.
Achievement unlocked. The dentist will be at your service.
My God.
Or the dentist at your service. Wow.
I caught up with Thomas. He tried to shred Jane, waving a knife near the doorway of the children's room. Again, I borrowed the knife from the girl, and grabbing the guy by the hand, cut off the skin with his tattoo. The knife was very sharp, and easily passed through the flesh, leaving a bloody, exposed bone on his arm. When the body fell, I wanted him to stand up and close the terrible picture. Whoa, Nelly! All I can think... You want to know what the worst part is? All I can imagine in my head is, do you love me? Do you need me?
Yeah. I can also think of the song of Take My Eyes, Take My Eyes.
Yeah, there's that one too.
Take my joints, take them for points.
Yup. Okay, continuing on.
In the middle of the nursery sat Martin. His hands were lying on the floor, and his legs were also separated from the body. There was a crunching and gnashing of bones, vile sounds of chewing flesh. The girls, led by Jane, surrounded Martin and devoured him. The worst thing was, he was still alive. He yelled and begged to be rescued. I already saw it. Spirits of anger, in fact, are terrible. They can make a person live after death for even a few more seconds. The black magic of that world is really scary. I tried not to look at this horror when the girls raised her bandaged head to me. Martin's brush was clamped in her teeth. She, like an inquisitive kitten, turned her head and then returned to her meal. I pulled Grace out of the room, trembling with fear. Horror stiffened in her eyes, and a cry crept to her lips. It seemed that if she opened her mouth, she would certainly skin them. Whoa, Nelly!
Oh.
Oh, Nelly, no!
Hello, is there for your nightmare fuel for the evening?
Somewhere inside me, the door opened, and she went into the hall, lit by thousands of candles of hunger. Her thin hands clutched the beating heart, her teeth dug into the red flesh, tearing into the organ. She eagerly began to bite the heart off in large pieces. The flesh stretched and tore, blood dripped onto the floor, red patches fell all around. I soon removed the terrible images of her feast from my mind.
Everything's fine. We need to go.
Fine? Really? But the girl didn't say anything. We came downstairs to Ella. At that moment, she had collected her things and was going to leave. We needed to be prepared for the next creature.
She'll come soon. We must prepare.
Prepared for what? For the eternal afterlife. Do you really think we'll win? She won't let us.
I think that was supposed to be Grace, but they put Ella in there.
The girl wanted to strangle me. Looks like she cared about the fate of her little brother much less than her own. She went mad, just like Lloyd, and rushed to me.
There we go.
Stop it! Enough! I'll kill you, bitch. I'll kill you, shitty slut.
God.
Why when a woman is like supposed to be the protagonist, like the evil one, or supposed to be like the calming, rational one, do they always devolve to calling her a slut?
Because it's an obvious insult. She grabbed my throat and began to strangle me. I swung with my knife and managed to get out, but soon Grace took the knife away and raised it to kill me. I took a step back and the knife stabbed into the wall. Grace, what are you doing? It's her. She did this. She's killing us. The ritual, all of this. It's her work. But if she wanted to kill us, she would have already done that. I don't know. Maybe she's waiting for something. I just don't know. Grace's face suddenly changed. She looked at me. I guess Grace understood that she couldn't ever become a real threat for me. Not for Ashley Knight, the girl who had just moved to a new school and has lots of enemies already. It was not even a human being who was standing in front of her, but the devil itself. All this remorse, like taking away lives, is a sin. Killing people is bad, was in my head. I was fighting it. I cut the memories with a huge knife, tortured them, or even tore them apart, but never got rid of them. I knew what I was doing was wrong. I knew that I was a monster as bad as Pennywise the Dancing Clown in Stephen King's It.
You have yet to cause a bunch of kids to have an orgy in the sewer, though. You're perfectly fine, dear.
I knew myself as such, and I didn't accept it. I had no choice anyway. Grace saw genuine evil in front of her. She saw the girl who was laughing at her prey. The girl that got satisfaction from stabbing flesh and tearing it apart. And I'd lie if I said that killing wasn't funny. But it was just a way to make it less scary, terrifying, and immoral. I'm just playing a killer, imitating her. Even the guilt is all mine. Grace started moving back, swinging the knife. Don't you dare come near me, asshole. Don't you dare. Her eyes were full of fear, not madness. Her will wasn't broken. She didn't have enough strength to beat me. But she couldn't give up so easily, damn it. The girl turned around and ran upstairs. I didn't follow her. No need for that. Moreover, Jane with her army just started coming at me and Ella. A little goth girl noticed my axe stuck on the wooden floor and pulled it out. She nodded understandingly. I wouldn't want to kill her, but I would have to, as she made her choice when she crossed the line as all of them. Actually, I came to help her deal with the monsters. But Jane is mine. I pushed my hands in the pocket and took out the tooth. Thankfully, I had several of them. Take it. This thing brings luck.
Thanks for taking my line.
Look, you sound done.
Oh, fuck it. She is done. She's done this so many times. She's just done with this shit.
True. Yeah, some luck is what I really need right now. I was watching in fear as something like the mummy of Lerner Hydra started walking down the stairs, one by one, filling the room with the odor of blood. I love the one posed like a pinup girl on the stair railing, just saying.
Oh, I know, right? And we got one scattering on the wall.
Well, the one on the railing is actually Jane. You can tell by the knives in her back.
But it's fucking hilarious that she's sitting there like a fucking pinup.
Well, she's literally the queen.
I know, it's just funny.
It is, but it's also just, it's the posed pinup of the pinup of going, yes, I control this.
I need to burp real quick. Continue.
Okay.
Good. It seemed like the walls were starting to rot with these horrible creatures touching them. The bandages were rustling and rubbing against their mutilated, broken bodies. You ready?
Okay. We've got this one too, so.
Okay. Their black eyes were bottomless, black abysses. The whole squad with Jane was already ready. They rushed at us from all directions. I heard their voice, the sound of their teeth blades scratching. Ella was screaming in fear, but was swinging with her axe so fast, pieces of flesh were flying off. Hang on, I gotta turn up my brightness. She even managed to destroy the bracelets. Ella practiced her dancing, so her movements weren't chaotic at all. Indeed, I saw rhythm and grace. Anyway, it's good enough to kill those assholes. A hysterical ballerina, she was going round and round. Blood was splashing on her, hugging her with a red dress. Her axe went up and down, slaying the monster girls. But they were just coming and coming, and we were too exhausted to continue the fight. I was crazily swinging with my knife and even kept the monsters away from Ella. Unfortunately, I couldn't fight forever. I hated my weapon, which wasn't able to kill those bastards properly. One of the ghost girls managed to grab me by the throat and holding a useless knife in my hand, I looked at horror at the shiny bracelet on her wrist. Thankfully, Ella was right on time to cut the freaking hand off. The monster screamed and fell on the floor. Her friends jumped at us, and I grabbed a random target. Jackpot. This time the bracelet was a chain and easily destroyed the monster when it was torn apart. It would be much easier, but I'd already used the tooth. It could give me powers only once, and I usually used it to stay alive after a serious injury. It's no use. We need to figure something out. Jane, with her squad, were downstairs already, so Grace peeked out from the upper floor. She was seeking an opportunity to run away. It was not the best moment, so she returned to her safe place. Run, bitch, run! Ella's voice was cold and cruel, not as usual. I continued swinging with my knife. We were in the ritual room, but we were drained and had to retreat to the hall. Jane was really close. Her hand was trying to reach me, but when I tried to hit her, something always covered her.
I clicked. I swear I did.
So I had to attack from a distance. Shit, where's that revolver when I needed it? Jane was strong, and if she was like some kind of boss in a goddamn game, and if we could kill all her followers, she would die. Looks like staying alive until that moment was almost impossible. Strong jaws bit my hand and skinned it. God, how painful. I felt dizzy and I fell near Martin's bag. There was a spare lighter and a can of spray deodorant held within. Looks like before going to Grace's birthday party, he went to the gym. Killer has to be fit, am I right?
Smartly, with women, especially probably this being a modern time with the phones. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I didn't care about it too much, but like a child of the 21st century, I saw a flamethrower. But it was too late. I can divert your attention to myself. Are you sure it'll work? She pointed at the flamethrower with her axe and quickly cut the hand off the monster girl. It shouted and stepped back, swinging with a stump. I got up, took the flamethrower, and pressed the button. Fire filled the space in front of me. Welcome back. But even if it was weak, it started walking forward anyway.
So what you missed is we found out Ella was a dancer. And she's really effective at murdering the fuck out of these monster girls.
Damn!
We also are currently fighting with a man-made flamethrower of a lighter and a can of deodorant.
Love that.
Courtesy of Martin.
Ella had the two girls who were defending Jane, in which the new squad of guards started reinforcing. The flame of fire touched the bracelet. It turned black and began smoking. That's strange. I saw that some of the girls were wearing golden bracelets. They were the hardest to kill. Silver and bronze ones were for Ella. Her axe could break them, but very rarely. Martin knitted the bracelet for his lovely sister Jane, himself it seemed. I wonder what expression she wore on her face when her brother gave her that, and what he felt when he understood that it was a payday. The knitted bracelet turned into a flaming circle, like the one which tigers jump through at a circus. In the moment, the girl started turning to ashes. Her teeth knives falling from her mouth and sticking to the floor, creating a wicked smile. The bandages disappeared, and I saw her slashed face. Blood was flowing out from her eye holes, and the girl fell to her knees, holding her face in her hands.
Oh.
But her hands began rotting and immediately fell off. She was so ugly that I turned away. Her jaw plopped to the floor as her body turned to the ashes. Looks like we did it. She smiled at me. I do know what you're up to, and I promise I'll help you in exchange for my life.
I can't promise it for sure, but you can take a risk.
I'll do whatever you ask. I can torture. I can kill.
Ella's also a goth girl. That was also mentioned because the goth girl grabbed the axe was the line. I believe it. If this is going along with the stereotypes, the goths tend to watch some spooky shit.
Yep.
And that was not a dig at you. Shy.
She hurt you so much. I understand what you feel, Ashley. Grace must suffer after what she's done to you at school. After all the bullying and jokes. You understand me? You. An asshole that traded your friend for your pathetic soul. You understand me. My eyes flashed with coldness.
Follow me.
But it'll be helpful for me. Ella's on my side now. I decided to keep my distance from her. Who knows, maybe she'd want to cut my head off too. We started climbing the stairs and suddenly a ball fell to our feet and then disappeared. I heard a clockwork key creaking toys. Jeez, a baby again? Assholes like killing babies? I looked at Ella. She looked focused and was holding the axe ready. So focused I thought she'd kill me in a second.
You want this one, Luna? Seeing that your characters are gone.
Ashley?
Spirits that like talking the most. The spirits of greed. I looked closely at Ella's face. Did you kill a baby, bitch?
I want to say it might be Grace. Who are you?
I want her to swim with me.
No! No!
So I must help you?
Not really, but if you don't help me, we'll be swimming together. There's much space there. Plenty of it, Ashley.
I'm not going to hell. Not today. But they have a reserved room for me.
You're funny. Can we be friends?
Fuck no. Probably.
Oh,
What? I mean, of course, Peach, of course.
can you share things, Ashley?
I can.
She couldn't. Ever.
Of course. You mean Ella?
No response. Seems like she doesn't like talking too much. Nah. I saw Grace. She was holding a knife in her hands. The girl ran straight to me, but when she noticed Ella with an axe, she realized who the real prey was. Grace ominously flashed her eyes at us and rushed to the bathroom, locking the door behind her. I couldn't let Ella kill her, so I wanted to grab Ella's hand, but I didn't have a chance. She came to the bathroom door and prepared her axe. The little goth hit the door and the axe was broken to pieces. What the hell? That wasn't the deal. I guiltily looked at her. Of course, there was no guilt. Ella wanted to run away, but I won't let her. The mist surrounded her. She couldn't run anywhere but to the bathroom where Grace was hiding. I heard the waters meandering and quiet sobbing of a girl in the bathroom. Ella started feverishly knocking at the door. I don't want to die because of you, Grace. You bitch. Get out of here. I will kill you. Kill you, asshole. The girl began scratching at the door with her nails. When she ripped one off her finger, she screamed. The blood pool appeared under the door. Ella looked at the blood in fear. Her mind went mad. It seemed like she saw something in the bloody reflection. Don't look at me like this. I told you not to touch Mr. Bubbles. She rushed at me and fell on her knees. I warned her so many times. Ashley, believe me, I'm not guilty. She stopped looking at me. Ella stared down again like the gates of hell were on the floor.
Did you drown your own sibling?
Though the half-open door of unknown beyond, Missy Alvert was calling her sister to play. Leave me alone. I don't want to play with you, you little shit. I must have burnt your corpse, little bitch. Ella jumped quickly and, pushing me away, ran down the stairs. The crimson blood rushed after her. On the last step, a cold hand grabbed her ankle. Ella fell on the floor, but managed to get back up. Missy grabbed her hands and pulled them down, making her fall on her knees. No! Let go of me! Let me go! Luna.
Now that you're on my stage, and what do you do with you? And what to do with you? I'll decide myself.
I heard a loud, painful scream.
Do you know what she did when... Fuck.
Do you know what she
Do
did
you
when she
know-
drowned me?
Do you know what she did when she drowned me, Ashley?
I shook my head. I didn't know.
She took my bricks from the box and stole all of my toys. She didn't leave me anything except Mr. Bubbles. I drowned with him in my hand.
I'm sorry?
She deserves this, right? Deserves to feel pain?
Going to have to say, of course, given the route this is going.
Missy tore Ella's arms off with such force that I heard the sound of breaking bone.
Achievement unlocked. Having fun with Mr. Bubbles. It showed a dolphin. Oh, there it is, yep.
Both arms plopped in the bloody river, hands with fingers spread in pain sank straight to the bottom.